Three, two, one, and am I? And I. It seems like yes, I'm ready. And welcome back to another day of this game called Last Banana. And today I would like to. I just started my 1 hour, and I would like to continue on the enemy loop for the main character. And it looks like I have some time. Actually, I have been implementing some mechanics before this session starts, and as you can see over here right now, I'm trying to play with enemy tiger, and in order to show you the mechanics I have implemented for today is that now the tiger can move its tail and manage to spawn some traps for the player, the gorilla traps for the player, and also this visual effect. It manages to give the damage to the player, and this rotation is already there. And also if I get the gorilla to touch the trap, and it plays a little animation for the player and does the damage over the player. And also if you are getting enough to the character, the tiger, it deals some damage. So now I have been trying to implement this shadow tiger game object, the shadow tiger, which would be a spawn game object, which would be a type of attack section, the type of attack mechanic for the player. And when I start the action, it just tries to catch the player and tries to do this spawn move, this melee attack, and disables when the attack is finishes. And if I show this thing once more, and now it deals the damage. However, it seems like now the player cannot be able to do damage, and that's the thing where I would continue on this thing. And let's just move the Visual Studio over here and start the timer for today's session. So this is the timer that I have, but if I put it over here, it cannot be seen, and if I put it over here, it's better. It can be better, and it is more seeable. I can see it, but it disturbs me still. So how about making it smaller? Yes. So what we are looking at, what I need to do over here is that I shouldn't. Yes, the enemy tiger loop. The player. Okay. When the player does the damage towards the character. This is the on collision enter, and I guess this section, this trigger is under. Yes, it's over here. And if the other collision tag is shadow tiger enemy, the shadow tiger enemy should run this do got hit. The shadow tiger enemy script got hit, and this should be the thing that I need to see in the console view when I run this, when I hit the enemy with the melee attack, with the close range attack. Okay, so here is the debug log, and let's copy and paste it over here and run the game. When I get close, it deals the damage. However, when I try to deal the damage to the player, this is the player and this is the shadow tiger. When I try to deal the damage to the shadow tiger, okay, this guy has this is not called. So the other collision tag is shadow tiger enemy. Okay, how about adding another debug log over here to see the effect? debug.log on trigger enter 2D cold within melee attack to the let's get the tag, the collision tag of the target that this physics interaction is happening with. So what you do not like, okay, I mistakenly placed the $sign in the wrong location. Let's try to run this thing again, and this is looking for Shadow Tiger enemy. Okay, this shouldn't look for the Shadow Tiger enemy, but rather than this should look for the Shadow Tiger. And I guess I may have already figured out where the problem is. Here it is. And after 2 hits, the Shadow Tiger, it just disables. So the next thing I need to implement is that I want to spawn this Shadow Tiger from the enemy loop, and in order to do this, okay, let's first have this Shadow Tiger over here, not within the scene. So this would be the reference Shadow Tiger for the Shadow Tigers, and under the enemy loop, let's find out this boolean section is planting a trap, and underneath the enemy and my kid is crying. This evening she doesn't want to sleep, so she has some kind of stomach ache, and since that thing disturbs her, she doesn't like to sleep tonight, and she's right now creating a little cute problem for her mother. So when I'm within the enemy loop, here is the enemy loop, is charge attack, okay, here it is, and let's add another space over here. Then for the public boolean for is shadow attacking, and if it's shadow attacking, then what should be the amount? Pawn attack amount. Actually, let's pawn attack amount in the cycles, and also I would need a parameter for the shadow. What was the name? Shadow Tiger amount. Shadow Tiger amount over here, and if is shadow attacking is happening, if current enemy movement is shadow attacking, then this thing is called, that's first, do I need to first instantiate, or do I need another? Okay, let's just instantiate the shadow attackers over here and set the starting positions for them. Or can I just use these points? Or maybe Let's have a shadow tiger manager. Let's add another section for this shadow tiger for instantiating these shadow tigers. So let's create another game object, create new game object over here and name this as the shadow tiger manager. This is transform and add another script called shadow tiger manager over here. And what I want this shadow tiger manager to do, actually first I want to have some kind of effect, to have some kind of serialized fields over here to reference this thing as the shadow tiger manager with the name of shadow tiger manager. And when I call the shadow tiger manager, I just want to call a tiger manager and spawn shadow tigers with the parameters of integer. Okay, let's also open up this script and public void spawn shadow tigers with the integer of shadow tiger amount and the integer of pawn attack amount, because after the pawn attacks are finished, these shadow tigers are just disappears. And in order to do this, let's have a serialized field for referencing the shadow tiger. Let's say have a transform for the shadow tiger. And what I want to do is that run a for loop for the amount of shadow tigers and the newly generated shadow tiger. Okay, first instantiate a shadow tiger with the position, and in order to get the position I may have used the same script that I use for the trap, instantiating the traps, because under the trap section I use these points, these little white points, and calculate the point, get the point that is really far away from the player, and there I teleport the tiger, and then the tiger sets up this bear trap. So I want to use the same logic underneath here, the shadow tiger manager. When I find this, where can I find this thing? Anyway, projectile shadow tiger. Gorilla trap planter. Here is the planted trap positions and places where the traps can be placed. Let's just copy these two fields under the shadow tiger manager and return back to the previous position of the gorilla trap planter. Okay, this is for returning the distant position for getting the distant position from the player, and this would be the position that would be useful for me, and this is for planting the trap. This is just doing the instantiation, and yes, this should work. So over here, first I need to get the return the distant position. First let's transform, get the transform, selected transform from the list, and get the methods, and assign it with a method, and use the selected transform dot position as transform position quaternion identity for the rotation with no parent, and this would be the transform new tiger. For instantiating, now I get this selected transform, and after this I need to add this to the list of planted trap. Actually changing the naming convention, changing the naming would be better for me. Places where the trap can be, okay, places where the shadow tigers can be instantiated, and rename this as positions already selected. Selected, and let's just add this transform, and after the for loop, the instantiation cycle is finished. I want to clear this list in order to be able to use reusable, in order to keep the spam shadow tigers methods reusable. And underneath here I would also need a field for the player. So player and player, and I guess this would be it. So let's do the assignments, the serialization assignments inside the hierarchy, inside the inspector, and let's get the results. This is the player, and this should be the shadow tiger. What? Where is it? Okay, this is the shadow tiger. Enemy, this is the animator, and let's use this as the reference. Positions already selected, they should be empty, and the tigers can be instantiated. I just want to use these random trap locations. Boop, not over here, but over here. And seems like there is no problem, so instantiate by now. Okay, why this guy returns back to that position? Actually, I do not understand that. Or do I just manage to spawn the tigers, spawn the shadow tigers? So is this the... No, this is the enemy. This is the enemy tiger. Let's just disable the enemy tiger. Or just keep the enemy tiger as it is, and shadow tiger animator, not shadow tiger manager, and I have does all the assignments, and underneath let's just find the... Okay, what is happening? Something is happening in Windows. Where is my enemy loop? Shadow tiger manager, and over here I need to pour the parameters as the spawn shadow tigers, with the current enemy movements. Shadow tiger amount, and the spawn, the pawn attack amount underneath the current enemy movement. Pawn attack amount, and this should handle the trick. Also, I need to turn new wait until this shadow tiger manager to return me. Okay, let's get into this and assign a boolean over here in order to see that is spawn shadow tiger here is finished, and set this to false by default, and enemy loop would get and check the value of this boolean in order to continue on the next element on the cycle, over the cycle. So let's return a boolean and get over here and make this public as a public method in order to make it reachable from the enemy loop game object. So return this boolean over here. Return back to the enemy loop and wait until the shadow tiger manager shadow tiger is finished, and this will wait for this cycle is finished, and after the cycle is finished I need to reset that variable. I need to reset that boolean back to false. So reset this back. In order to reset this back, let's just get this boolean and set this to false, since my job is done with this boolean. And after the yield return is called, let's find the shadow tiger manager and reset the shadow tiger is finished boolean. Also, the last thing I would need is that I would need a section for set is spawn finished, and over underneath let's just change this from the boolean to void and set this as true. And in order to do this, after the instantiation, I need to find out the last game object to be disabled, which is the shadow tiger, and every shadow tiger has its own loop, and this is for the start action. This is called for the start action, and this should be the pawn attack amount, time between pawn attacks, and stop distance with the player. And after the this is for the callback action, and this action is finished, and this action the callback action is called actually assigned over here. So I do not need to track down this thing, but what I need to track down is that how about keeping a list of the instantiated. Let's keep a list of instantiated tigers. Instantiated shadow tigers. And underneath here, let's just add the instantiated shadow tiger and add the new tiger dot game object over here. And instead of returning this spawn shadow tiger is finished, let's just return. Okay, first have a for loop, or just for each loop. Game item, the item in this list, the tiger, and this would be the game object. Game object tiger, and if tiger active in hierarchy, then return false. Otherwise, let's not use this boolean, but use this return true. And this is much cleaner. This would just look for the game objects, the list of the game objects, and if all of the game objects in that list, all of the game objects in that list is the only problem is that this line is called before finalizing this method. No, actually, after all of the tigers are initiated, this section should be called. And this seems like a fine approach. For the final thing, I need to get the new tiger that gets components, and I need to assign the start pawn attack section. So let's just use this start action from enemy loop with the pawn attack amount, integer of pawn attack amount, and with the I just use the pawn attack amount variable from that list, and let's get the shadow tiger enemy component, and then start action from enemy loop with the pawn attack amount, and they should do the trick, I guess. So one final thing that should there be any delay between this between the positions of these shadow tigers. Okay, let's use it as it is right now, and this should work actually. Let's find the enemy loop, and here is the enemy loop. Instead of plant gorilla traps, let's have another section for spawn shadow tigers 2, and wait to 5 seconds. So over here, let's time for the action, set the time for the action as 5 seconds, and is shadow attacking? Yes. Tiger amount 2, and the power attack amount, let's set to 3. And the enemy starts rotating around. Actually, this is not the rotating around. This should not be the rotating around. And something is wrong. Okay. It feels like the is shadow attacking. Okay, it's already here, and this is shadow attacking should call this spawn shadow tigers. So first, add this debug log under the spawn shadow tigers. It looks like I forgot to reload the domain, and let's try this thing again. Object reference is not set. Shadow Tiger Manager. Here is the Shadow Tiger Manager. Ooh, that's harsh. And Shadow Tiger is waiting for this next 5 seconds and teleporting to this corner. Okay, then teleporting to that corner. And rotation attack. Let me just collect some bananas. This is bump attack, but this section should not include any bump attack. And another 360 attack. And this should be the Raging Bull. So since I got some damage for the player, it just changes its phases. Okay, I managed to dodge the first one, but I was not successful with the second one. And this is waiting more than 5 seconds, I suppose. What was the reason for this? Let's change the time for the action to 1 second. Oh, it's waiting for these tigers to be disabled. Then wait for 1 second to continue on the next action. And if I got the trap, and now it tries to hurt me. And perfect. This seems like a good solution. So how about changing the tiger shadow the amount to 5 and 5 and make it a little harder. And okay, now I have a lot of, and there is no, okay, it's really hard to get away from these tigers. And also let's implement this eating animation for the power attack cycle. Not the power attack cycle, but spawn tiger section. And let's get over here animator, spawn shadow tiger manager, and I would need a serialized field as the animator for the main enemy animator. And when I get over this enemy animator, this should be the enemy animator. When this cycle is started, I want to set boolean of the is eating, if I'm remembering correctly. Here is the parameter that I want to set it to true. And when the cycle is finished, as if it is over here, and I want to set this thing to false. And during that period, I want my cat, I want this tiger, big cat, to move its tail. And this would be a kind of instantiation of the shadow tigers, but I cannot see the enemy animator reference over here. Okay, let's wait for the domain, and now I can implement it. Okay, the tigers are beating beating up the guy. So let's just add a little bit. Wait for seconds. Let's say for 2 seconds to start the attack to give me a chance. And also, instead of utilizing 5 tigers, let's increase the pawn attack amount and reduce the shadow tiger amount. Wait for 2 seconds, and now I have 2 tigers with me. Also, this, I feel like this is eating animation is not working. No, it's working, but it has an event that is attached to it, and that's why it's just planting a trap in front of it. So how about using another type of animation? Let's say is jumping. Does is jumping has any? Okay, instead of set bool, or let's set the trigger. Set trigger. The is jumping over here, and let's not use this line of code over here. And let's see that if it's working or not. So also this is jumping has, yes, it has this transition. This became really hard, and there is basically nowhere to hide right now, but gorilla. Okay, now the tigers are instantiated, and I have seen the is jumping animation. And this seems fine. Then the transition is happening. Maybe I should place the trap behind the tiger, and also, yes, this looks really hard. So I like it, and this is one thing. I have finalized another thing of my list, and it looks like I managed to implement this shadow tiger attack section as I wanted. So the next thing I want to do is to play with the area. I want to make the area darken a little bit, but I'm not really sure how to do this. And for the final thing, I want to play with the area darken cycles. And for this, also before this thing, I want to check one more thing, that this directional running, if I find run to the player and do pawn attack 3 times. Okay, let's just duplicate this thing and do pawn attack 3 times with fire. I want to see that if I set this fire with fire trail behind, does it places the fire trail behind as if it's in the bull section, but it looks like it's not. Run to player and do pawn attack. He's running towards player. So let's implement this thing, and I want this section, I want this type of attack for the harder phases of this boss. And let's say in the second phase, if the character is in the enemy is in the second phase, I want it to leave a trail behind, a fire trail behind, as it was in the bull section, because that would increase the difficulty a lot, as I hope so. Let's just first find the position where it is. Run to player and do pawn attack 3 times with fire. And if I did this fire trail behind, I want to implement the same logic under the what is running towards player. So first find this with fire trail behind, boolean with fire trail behind. Okay, where do I use this with fire trail behind? If the guy is moving, if with the fire trail behind is selected, it was just under the update loop. So shooting all directions, no. It was just under the update loop. However, I'm not really sure how to call this thing under this pawn attack section. So should I just copy and paste this value under the pawn attack section? Because I do the movement section underneath here, and if the with fire trail behind is happening over here. Okay, let's also add a boolean over here. Serialized fields, and add a boolean with fire trail behind. And I also want to get this boolean from the enemy loop, and do the assignment underneath with fire trail behind, and like this. And if I get this boolean, I want the last bound fire trail position. Okay, where do I get this value? It was over here, and if the distance and the last spawn fire trail position, okay, this just it looks like I can implement the same thing. And if I look at the under the current documents, and let's copy and paste this value under the pawn attack. And this may work. This should work actually. Okay, if it's running towards the player, get the current enemy, and current enemy movement with fire trail behind. Let's see that if I would be able to get the effect that I wanted for this little cute tiger that is running around the paths, the area. Okay, now it's leaving fire trails behind that made damage the gorilla. So let's be a little faster to see that. Okay, this really burns. And now the other tigers are instantiated and they try to hit me. Okay, one last thing, one thing that has a problem is that these shadow tigers cannot be defeated by the bananas. So banana and shadow tiger. So since I managed to solve this thing, let's just get over the tiger instantiations section again, and here is the tigers, but since I do not have any bananas in the back of the player, let's just add some bananas in it. Okay, let's just duplicate them and increase the amount to something like 4 bananas. Okay, there's something wrong with the banana instantiation. I don't understand that the line renderer does not. And the bananas doesn't have any effect on these shadow tigers. So let's first find the banana script and let's see that why this issue is happening. So this is a throw banana section, and there should be a on collision underneath in order to check the. Yes, here is the on collision enter if is banana on ground, and I suppose that this section is missing. So if the other game object has a tag of what was the tag? The shadow tiger. Then instead of getting the component of minion, this should get the component of the shadow tiger enemy. Shadow tiger enemy, and do the damage. The enemy got hit. And let's playtest this thing again to see that if it's working or not. By the way, this circle collider is not easy trigger. Okay. It's getting late and I'm getting tired, and I still got 13 minutes left before the day finishes. So I do not understand why the instantiated bananas does not have any speed. So before this thing I need to check what was the reason behind it. Is banana on the set? This is just setting the banana on the ground to false, get component and set it as is attacking. Okay, and this goes the screen to world. Velocity would be the center position and this transform position, and get the normalized value, multiply this body with the throw speed and the throw power. Okay. What is the throw speed? And where is this thing? It's under the banner. And let's have this debug.log and let's get this throw speed under the within the console. Add the dollar mark over here. Okay, I do not want to turn off my monitor now. So this would be the throw speed of the banana. Throw speed of banana. I got the value and let's see that what was wrong with it. Why the throw power is 0, or maybe the throw speed is 0, or something is really wrong. And yes, the throw banana is 0 over here, but from which section? I do not want the banana to have a value of 0 or in any case. And this is the throw speed and this is the throw power. Okay. Reload the domain and try to throw the banana in direction again. Now it again got the 0 value, so it's 50. I guess that this throw speed has the problem. So where do I calculate this throw speed? The flow throw speed is equals to the throw speed multiplied by 3000 multiplied by time delta time. Okay. No, I need this throw power. I need to find where do I calculate this throw power, and it's by default it's 3. So over here I calculate the throw percentage, which is length of the line renderer and distance to enemy. So if the length of the line renderer is 0, it would set to 0. But in each case I do not want this thing to have a value of 0. So how about mod f clamp? How about clamp this value with a minimum and the maximum value of let's say that's this would be the maximum value. Clamp this value between maximum value would be 1, and let's say that the minimum value would be 0.2f with 1f. And even this value is really slow if the length of the line renderer is really small. It still gets the value of 0.2 in order to throw it to the enemy, and if I got a longer line renderer, then its value is increasing. Okay, 0.2 is still really small. How about let's change the value between the 0.5 and 1. And also, how about increasing this is the length of the line renderer, render position, multiplier value. What is this multiplier value is used for? This is start position, mouse position, and this is the new banana. Where do I where do I increase the length of this line render? So the length of the line render is from the line render. What have clamp? Okay, where? This is getting the available banana from the back. This is the distance. Length of the line render. Where do I draw this line render? Draw line towards target. Okay, this is where the draw section is happening. So, what is the value to draw this line render? If hit info. If there is no hit info, then do this thing. If there is no hit info, this is the offset vector, and this is the increment value for this offset vector. How about changing this from 15 to 25? Why can't I draw any line render over here? Now I cannot do any line rendering. So does this point have any type of collider on itself? No. And this is also a no, a big no. But I see that sometimes I do not manage to draw this line render. And actually that's a case that needs to be handled. What is happening when I get mouse button up? This draw the banana to directional. Okay, if locked on target. Yeah. Hey YG, thanks a lot for this nice works. For this kind works. And actually, it's not really crazy. And let me tell you a secret that I just wasted the first 10 days of this month of this game in order to implement a mechanic that is not really useful for within the first 10 days. So if I had enough time, maybe I would have the third boss right now, but it seems like I will finish this game. I will finish this thing till the end of. Actually, I'm thinking about finalizing this project at the end of this January, and I suppose that there would be 2 bosses that is available for fighting. But if I didn't waste that time at the beginning, I would probably had 3 bosses to have a fighting. And let's return back to the debugging section again. So this is the transform position, throw percentage, throw banana directional. I do not understand that sometimes the line renderer is not happening. Get mouse button down for the left button and for the right button. Button up. Get mouse button for drawing this thing, and how about, okay, it looks like I do not use the get mouse button down for the right button movement. It seems like I do not implement this section. And over here, how about reset the length of the line renderer to, let's just get the line renderer and set the position count to 0 in each case. And the get mouse button down is happening, and let's see that if this would solve the problem. Oh, it's just experience. And by the way, YG, have you developed any game? And if there is any, I would like to check it out. Check that out. Okay, when after the player got damage, it stops drawing the line render. But I do not understand the reason why this is happening. I do not understand the reason behind it. And I ran out of time, and I'm feeling really tired right now. And this is a bug for tomorrow. So, that's it. That's all for me today. And let me just have a note underneath. Banana shadow. This is for tomorrow, and I would also need to solve this problem. Solve line renderer rendering problem. And I feel like I would need some steps in debugging for this thing to work, because since this is one of the main mechanics, I would need to spend some time on this. And yes, see you later, YG, and have a great evening, have a great good night, and bye.